I love being a grandfather. I love being a father. I love my kids. I love my grandbabies. What's so special about all that is the relationship, right? It's not about having someone you've got to take care of. That can be daunting and a little bit exhausting. Most of us that are parents or grandparents that are with our kids a lot know just how exhausting that can be. But I love my grandbabies. And what I love right now in this season, I hope it stays, is that they have this huge affection for me. Um, I come to their house and they invariably run up and leap in my lap. I pick them up and they wrap their legs around me and wrap their arms around me. And sometimes they'll just hold on and not want to let go. I I like that, and I never um, attempt to pry them from around my neck. I just let them hold on because they will let go. You and I need that kind of relationship with the Father. Jesus, when he taught his disciples to pray, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. When he taught us to pray, it was a prayer that was about relationship when we come into the Father. The reason why we pray is because we need relationship with God. My grandchildren, they perceive me as someone that loves them, someone that gives to them, and someone that believes in them. It's relational. And because of all that, they run to me. What's powerful in the scriptures is not only that God is this God that we can run to, but that Jesus says that God runs to us. You might remember the story of the prodigal son in Luke chapter 15. The son, you may recall, asked for his father's inheritance, goes away, kind of does his own thing, ends up squandering his entire inheritance, all that the father had given him. He wastes it. Then he has to hire himself out to a citizen of the country that he's in, and the only job he can find is feeding pigs, which was pretty low for a Jewish boy. And in that state, he comes to his senses. He comes to his senses and he says, how many of my father's hired men have food to spare? I know what I'll do. I'll get up and go back to my father and say to him, Father, I've sinned against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Just make me like one of your hired men. So it says in verse 18, he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son. There we go. What does Jesus tell us the Father does? He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. I love that. That's this relationship that we have. So when we come to ask the Father, when we come in prayer, we know it's because prayer is relational. Prayer is a dependence on one greater than ourselves. One of the beautiful things about my grandbabies is they recognize at this season of their life, it will probably not stay that way. But in this season of their life, I am greater. I have things they want, things they need, things they desire. And there's a dependence. They come because sometimes they want stuff. But we first come because of affection, and then we come because of a interdependence. I love that. And it's intentional. My grandbabies, they are quite intentional about the things that they want. My littlest guy in one house comes and says, Grandpa, do you have any gum? He knows I am the gum supplier. The older ones, they ask for more significant things. But there is this intentionality in the relationship. James, the half brother of Jesus, said, you have not because you ask not. Today, I just want to invite you to spend some time being still, pausing, rejoicing, and asking. Let the embrace of the Father purify your requests, and then consider, what shall I ask of my Father? I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. God bless.